Well, it is always good to be with you. And looking at our announcements, if you would just take note, on All Souls Day, our novena begins. If you have misplaced your envelope, there will be envelopes on the back table. So you can put that in the collection at any time. Also, our Mass is for All Saints Day. I talked with Father Arnold and was able to get a decent time in the evening, so we will begin the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass at 7:15. So that's as good as I could do. And also 7 a.m. So I moved at the back from 6:30, so you could have at least 30 more minutes of nap time. So 7 o'clock and 7:15 will be those Holy Day Masses. As you know, we do not do anticipatory Masses in the traditional liturgy, so we do the Masses on the day. Also remember, our second collection is for our program that we can be organized so that everybody else can organize me. So please be merciful, and it's a very good program. Patty Grabber is looking for different programs that the diocese uses right now. So we're doing a little comparative shopping and see what we can get for our nickel. And you have given more than a nickel, and I really appreciate that too. So it will very much help us out. Now, Father Rankin and I will both be gone this week, so there will be no daily Masses. We have to go to St. Louis. I'm continuing my studies with the High Mass. It's the time to sing. So, yeah. Well, as I always say, pressure makes diamonds, you know. So I will try my hardest in 3 intense days. I always tell everybody when I get back, it's like going to football camp. You're exhausted by the end of each day because there's not only getting up and doing their daily horarium, but you are memorizing, you are rehearsing. As soon as you get done with one movement, you go into another movement. So if I come back and can't genuflect again, you'll know why. But I'm looking forward to that, and Father Rankin will be studying the Low Mass so that he can take on some of the responsibilities for the Masses here at St. Gianna's. So the only way we could do that was to go together. So we are going to leave tomorrow and come back on Friday. So please pray for us. I hate planes. The last time I was getting on one was 9/11 at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't stay on the plane very long. So anyway, isn't it a shame that trains just don't work anymore? Also, on a more serious nature, confessions and a protocol for the priest. If you would please make a note to read those things. Confessions, since the presider of the liturgy has to say some prayers before getting ready, and there are prayers with each part of the vestment, plus the fact that after hearing confessions, you want to clear your mind of things, and you want to let go of certain things. And so we need to be, the presider needs to be out of the confessional 20 minutes before Mass starts. And that's only that he can be really in a state where he can very beautifully celebrate the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass and give all of his attention to that. So when you see an altar server come down to either side, then that's your sign. That's your sign to shift to the other side, okay? Because that only gives you a better indication of how much time we have left until Mass begins, and gives the presider time to really get into a more prayerful state for you. Also, in November, there will be some changes. In November, Father and I will both be here. The celebrant will not go out and greet you, because there are certain prayers the celebrant had to have been saying. So there are penitential prayers and prayers of thanksgiving after Mass for him and for you. So the celebrant will go back, and do those obligatory prayers. Okay, there's an obligation to them. Now, if I'm doing that, I will go around and start unvesting, which there are prayers for, and then do those. So the celebrant won't be available for 20 to 30 minutes. It takes that long to say these prayers. But the assistant, or the one who did not preside, will be at the door to greet you. Now, the other part of this is, by this time of the day, and in the early morning, I'm not truly there. I'm there for the Mass, but it's very hard on the priest to be taken aside and ask a serious question. What we want to do as priests is to greet each one of you and wish you a good week. That's what we want to do. We want to see as many of you as possible to say hi to. But it's not the time to say, I have a question. Or, can I just have a moment of your time? And it's never a moment, as you know. And what happens is, other people who want to shake your hand or say hi, there's no time for them. And it's not a time for the priest to really think of a good answer for you, or to make an appointment, or take telephone numbers. It just doesn't work. So what we would like to do is that person back there is just greeting you in the name of the priest of St. Gianna, wishing you well. If you do have something to talk about, you'll have to wait at least a half hour for the priest to be done with the prayers. So if you need to talk to that priest, the sacristan will help you. That gives the priest the right to say those prayers that he has to, and not feel like he did not do his obligation for you. Okay, so some of those prayers are for you. So that's what's going to change. And I hope that you will understand, because it's very, very difficult after, I know Father Bob starts very early. I start at 4 in the morning. So by this time, as you can see, my voice is going. And we just want to say hi to you. I mean, I love most everybody. And I really want to say hi to you. But, you know, and there's some, it's just real difficult when you're taken aside, you see everybody going by. So I know that you'll understand that this is something that we really need to do so that the priest can be assured that he will be able to greet you and wish you and bless you a good week.